watching 18 News at 5.
The opinions and views expressed in Political Talk belong to its commentators and are not those of Nexstar Broadcasting Incorporated, this station, or their affiliates or employees.
Welcome to Political Talk with Tom Santulli and Dora Leland. The race to capture the Democratic presidential nomination is ramping up with all eyes on next week's Super Tuesday election, where 14 states will cast their vote, amounting to 30% of all pledged delegates. Now, Wednesday night's debate in South Carolina left many wondering about the ability of the Democratic Party to coalesce around a single candidate. Now, Dora, let's talk about, I'll start with you first. Let's talk about this debate. Did you think there was a winner or a loser?
That's a good question. I think that Bernie Sanders held his own. Unlike the debate in Nevada, he was the target that everyone was taking shots at. I think him being the front runner, people have to vie for a position. I did notice that there was a lot of discourse on how the debate was chaotic. The moderators couldn't really contain the candidates. And I just would like to remind people that this is typical of a debate where you have multiple candidates. If you look back to 2016 with the GOP debate, and you had Donald Trump and Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and Jeb Bush, it was very much the same. So I think that Bernie Sanders held his own. I think Elizabeth Warren once again showed people that she does her homework. She's always prepared with the facts. I think Bloomberg did a little bit better, but that's not really saying much. I think Joe Biden really made a strong case for himself. I think he demanded to be heard, and he was heard. So I think that was important.
Right. Now, Tom, let's get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean, I think winners and losers, it was a tough one. Anytime that the moderators lose control of it, I think they did. I thought they lost control of the debate. And once you do that, I mean, people don't want to hear 7 people, and it happened with the Republicans too, talking over each other. I mean, you're not learning anything. I just think it's frustrating. I think people turn it off. So, you know, I don't think Bernie Sanders did himself any harm. Joe Biden came alive, and he needs to. I mean, I think that this Saturday in South Carolina and Super Tuesday, that's 30% of the pie, you know, 14 states. I really do believe Bernie Sanders is going to be a hard person to beat. Initially, I thought that he just would fizzle, but I don't think he is. I think his base is strong. He's strong. I think if Biden does well in South Carolina, and he's got to do really well, not just win. He needs to do very well. Yeah. Maybe you can start changing it, because I really don't think that Bloomberg, who I really thought would be the person that would come in and reshape this thing, there's something about his personality that's not. Even though he was a very successful mayor and he's a great business person, there's something about him that just doesn't seem to be connecting with people.
Right, and very quickly, we have like about 30 seconds left. How do you think this will affect Super Tuesday?
I think that, like Tom said, I think Joe Biden, this is make or break time. He kind of put all of his eggs in the South Carolina basket. If he doesn't show a strong showing, he doesn't have a chance. I think that Bloomberg has so much money in his war chest that he'll survive Super Tuesday, and I think you'll see him till the end of to the end of the primaries. Will he win? I'm not sure, but I think he'll stick it out.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have. See you next Thursday for Political Talk.